Hello, beautiful friends. Welcome back to 365 Days of Love and Miracles with A Course in Miracles. My name is Arlene Barris, and I am so glad that you are here. Please remember to listen right until the very end because we have a special treat for you. And if you enjoyed today's video, please click like and subscribe down below because this helps others to find us on YouTube. Today's lesson is lesson number 174. God is but love, and therefore so am I. Into his presence would I enter now. God is but love, and therefore so am I. Today I learn to give as I receive. God is but love, and therefore so am I. This is our fourth lesson in Review 5. Before we read today's lesson, we are asked to start with the prayer from the introduction. So if you would like to close your eyes, we'll do that now. Steady our feet, our Father. Let our doubts be quiet and holy minds be still, and speak to us. We have no words to give you. We would but listen to your word and make it ours. Lead our practicing as does a father lead a little child along a way he does not understand. Yet does he follow, sure that he is safe, because his Father leads the way for him. So do we bring our practicing to you, and if we stumble, you will raise us up. If we forget the way, we count upon your sure remembering. We wander off, but you will not forget to call us back. Quicken our footsteps now, that we may walk more certainly and quickly unto you, and we accept the word you offer us to unify our practicing as we review the thoughts that you have given us. Amen. What a beautiful prayer. We are surely quickening our footsteps as we walk more certainly and quickly towards Father, Mother, God, turning away from the ego and accepting that we are indeed one with Source and each other. We're going to read and discuss paragraphs 4 and 5 from the introduction today. So let's do that now. Paragraph 4. This is the thought which should precede the thoughts that we review. Each one but clarifies some aspect of this thought or helps it be more meaningful, more personal and true, and more descriptive of the holy self we share and now prepare to know again. God is but love, and therefore so am I. Let's talk about it. When we start our practice period with that beautiful prayer, we are preparing our mind for the review. We're opening ourselves up so that the idea from the review will sink ever more deeply into ourselves. As we accept our holy self, it is important to note here that self is capitalized because that self is you and me. We are all the capital S self. It is the oneness. And it says that the words from the prayer are more descriptive of the holy self we share and now prepared to know again. God is but love, and therefore so am I. All of our practice periods come under this umbrella. Do you have any trouble accepting that statement, my friend? Remember, we are a chip off the old block. We are a piece of God. We are in God, and God is in us. God is but love, and therefore so am I. Let's take a look at paragraph 5. This self knows love. This self alone is perfectly consistent in its thoughts, knows its creator, understands itself, is perfect in its knowledge and its love, and never changes from its constant state of union with its Father and itself. Let's talk about it. This capital S self, which is you and I and all of God's creation, all in one mind, in the mind of God. This is the capital S self that we're talking about. This self alone knows love. When we accept ourselves as being part of this oneness, then we are going to know love. We will be perfectly consistent in our thinking. We'll not waver. We won't go back to the thinking of the ego. We will know our Creator because we have accepted our oneness with our Creator. We will understand ourselves. We will be perfect in our knowledge and our love, and we will never change from our constant state of union with our Father, Mother, God, and ourselves. What a beautiful description of what happens as our spiritual muscles go stronger and stronger and we more and more turn away from the thinking of the ego. Let's read lesson 174. For the first half of the day, we are reviewing lesson 157. God is but love, and therefore so am I. Into his presence would I enter now. God is but love, and therefore so am I. This is a powerful idea for us to use as we go into our morning meditation. We start with the prayer in the introduction, and then we say today's idea, God is but love, and therefore so am I. Into his presence would I enter now. God is but love, and therefore so am I. And we sit in our meditation as we allow ourselves to fully enter into the presence of our wiser self, our higher power, our Holy Mother, our Holy Father. Into his presence would I enter now. And then we sit quietly as we allow ourselves to go past the clouds of the ego and enter ever more deeply into the heart and the mind of God. For our evening practice, once again, start with the prayer from the introduction, then state the idea from lesson 158. God is but love, and therefore so am I. Today, I learn to give as I receive. God is but love, and therefore so am I. And then we sit in our meditation as we ponder all that we have been given. The principle of this lesson is really quite wonderful because in order to receive, we first must give what we would want to receive. This is a principle of abundance. We first accept that we have God's bounty before us. It is all laid out, and we have the choice of whether to receive that bounty, but we start by giving it away. This implies trust. So, for example, we give away our time, our money, and our talents freely. It doesn't mean that we are foolish and we give every single thing that we have away, but we're generous. God is but love, and therefore so am I. Today, I learn to give as I receive. God is but love, and therefore so am I. Thanks so much for listening right until the end, my friends. If you enjoyed today's video, please share the love, tell someone about these videos, encourage them to start at lesson 1 and only do 1 lesson a day. Are you ready for our special treat? This is such a great place to just sit and be quiet. I cannot hear God when I'm rushing about, when I'm busy in my head, thinking about all the things that I want to do or think I need to do, all of the responsibilities and chores. Actually, I don't have that many down here. It's a pretty laid-back lifestyle. I can only hear God's voice when I get quiet. God's voice comes to us in many different ways. It comes to us through reading books such as A Course in Miracles, but there are many other spiritual books in which we can also hear God's voice. We hear God's voice through other people. I hear God's voice through Lolita quite often. Here she is, having a good time. I'm with her stick, pushed right up against my leg, so she can be sure to get sand all over me. And we hear God's voice when we just stop. Meditating is really just letting our minds relax, aligning our minds with the mind of God, letting go of the things that normally preoccupy us and keep us busy in our heads. This course is really about helping us to do that. We want to take these lessons every day and stop and meditate on the lesson. God is but love, and therefore so am I. Into his presence would I enter now. God is but love, and therefore so am I. Today, I learn to give as I receive. God is but love, and therefore, so am I. Have a day of embracing your love and sharing God's love freely in the world, my friends. I love you.